Bon dia everyone. I have this new bikini on and I love it. It looks so good. Anyway, we're gonna do a get ready with me. I'm gonna do my makeup. I'm actually gonna have a really, I always say this, I'm gonna have a really chill day and then I end up doing so much. But I really just wanna go to the EOS resort and sunbathe for like the whole afternoon and just do editing on my phone. I don't wanna go to the cafe and like work because I did such a big work day yesterday that I promised myself a tanning day today. So that's what we're gonna do. Put this new bikini on, which I absolutely love. I just thought I would treat myself, put a new one on with this little knitted maxi skirt, and it looks so good now that I've got a little bit of a tan. But anyway, where's my coffee? I have been loving these. They're only like €1 because the espresso fritos are like €4, and I like to drink a lot of coffee. So let's get straight into this get ready with me. I can't open the coffee. I need coffee. Cafe. Cheers. Cheers. Oh my god, yes. I love that. I actually thought these wouldn't be that nice. I thought they would be like so bitter, but they're not. They're really nice. Okay, let's stop yapping and let's get into the get ready with me. I am actually like a bit sick. I don't even know how. I haven't been out partying and there's like a cough going around the villa, so I think I got it. Anyway, we're in Greece and the holiday is going so quick. I think it's because I'm so busy. I'm working for the brand I'm with, I'm working on blog baddies, I'm working on my content, and I'm barely relaxing. So that's why today I said I would take a day to just go to the pool and just do editing on my phone and not go to the cafe and work on my laptop, because I got a lot of work done yesterday for blog baddies, which I'm so happy about because I want to launch it. I'm going to launch it when I get back to Australia in September. I'm going to start with these concealers, but first primer. Like this. Can we just admit, a tan makes you look so much better and so much healthier? That's why I feel like I have to chase summers. Alright, let's get into the questions. So, full story of how you and your mans first met. That's from KT_X_private. I have actually talked about this a lot, so you can go into my other Get Ready With Me's because I have explained it a lot. It is like it is my favorite love story ever, and I always wanted like, you know, a really nice love story, and it went off dating apps in like 2022, like after 6 months of being in London. And when I was in Australia, I wasn't on him because I felt like in Australia it was easy to meet people. So when I went to London, I went back on him. I've only ever really been on dating apps, not even that long, because I don't know, I'm very like picky with my time, and I don't want to get on the date and the person not look like their photos, because I don't Facetune my photos or do anything with my photos. I look how I look, and I think that just made me really like not want to be on dating apps. And I didn't want to be on dating apps because I didn't want that to be the story of how I met my partner, and then I just stayed off him. So wow, it is so windy on the island. I did not bring enough tripods. Crazy. I bought like 6 tripods with me, but I did not bring enough tripods because it's so windy. It's actually really frustrating for content, but you know, we move. It's even hard to do this Get Ready With Me. Get out! There's the cough, and I'm here wanting to go for a run this morning. That's absolutely bonkers. I think one thing you guys should learn is like, always listen to your body. Like going for a run today would have just made that cough worse. Like clearly my body has caught something from the villa, but also because I'm run down and I'm working a lot. My sleep schedule actually isn't the best. I keep going to bed way too late. I need to like set like a timer on my phone to when I stop editing and I just watch something and then I go to sleep. I'm just gonna do the concealer to put my blemishes on. So anyway, I met my man at the outdoor gym in Brazil, and it's crazy to think if I hadn't changed my flights. I changed my flight 8 times to keep staying in Brazil. If I hadn't changed it just once more time, I would never have met him. And he is the best thing to have happened to me this year. It's the person that made me believe in love again, because I was single for 7 years and I just really thought there was no more good men out there. So yeah. Okay, next question. Next question. How long and often do you watch TV and Netflix? This is from Han Elizabeth 92. Good question. I actually don't have Netflix subscription for this reason, because I don't want to watch. I want to use the time when I get home after my jobs to edit my content, and so I just don't pay for the subscription. I also pay for a lot of subscriptions for my editing and, you know, like copyright music and marketing and stuff. So like I already spend a lot a month on subscriptions. If I can avoid a subscription, you bet believe I will. So yeah, I don't actually have Netflix, and I haven't had it ever. And sometimes I have friends, but often not. Like I had my best friend's her partners, but then I got logged out, and then I just don't ask for it back, because I'm like, it's better time to like focus on me. If I do want to watch something on TV, I usually try like watch a movie, but then most of the time I don't even finish the movie and I just go to sleep. I think I've just really got out of the habit of not watching TV. I think sometimes I would like to give myself more time to, that sounds ridiculous, give myself more time, but like be easier on myself. I'm very like dedicated to editing and, you know, building my blog baddies business. I always feel like I have 100 projects on the go. I've been capturing content since I was like 18, so I always have so much content that I can repurpose, and I'm always putting a lot of pressure on myself to always be posting. So yeah, to answer your question is I don't watch TV, and I actually kind of like it that way. If I was to watch something, I do watch series. Like I watched Top Boy and I was addicted when I was living in the UK, or Power. It's like this about like gangs and stuff and like the drugs in New York City. I love like documentaries and Locked Up Abroad. So before I was going to South America, I binge watched Locked Up Abroad and probably scared myself way more than I needed to. But I literally thought like any guy I would speak to in South America would be like trying to make me a drug mule. And it's definitely not the case. But yeah, you just don't know. Like, I think it's crazy to think how much I overhyped, like over exaggerated how dangerous, don't get me wrong, South America is dangerous. But like for the amount I hyped myself up, I thought I was gonna be like having to sleep with one eye open, like literally one eye open. And I feel like it's really good, because I know I've inspired a lot of women to travel there now from my content. So that's when I get a lot of hate comments, and then I get, you know, comments about, I get so many replies, people being like, you've inspired me to go to Rio this year, you've inspired me to go to Brazil, what's the best restaurant in Rio? You know, I feel really like proud of that, because I feel like there wasn't a lot of English sort of speaking girls that went to South America. Maybe there was, but didn't document it, and I documented it all. So I feel like I really put Brazil like on the map, and yeah, I'm proud of that. Anyway, went off topic. I'm planning a solo trip to Rio next summer. What hotel did you recommend staying at? A safe one. Henna private. So actually I recommend staying at hostels. I mean, if you have the budget to go to a hotel, but I feel like I just always love to save more money so I can do like cooler things. I stayed in a hostel in the favela in Leme called Aquarela de Leme. That was the best hostel. It was so good. It was really nice and bright. It had like a rooftop, had a rooftop, really nice rooftop you could work at. Had a really nice, good common area. It also had like a really good kitchen you could cook food in. It was just really spacious. It was about, the hostels were not cheap in Rio. It was like £20 a night. I'm just gonna blend my concealer under my eyes. I always leave it to set a little bit. And then I stayed at one just called Copacabana Palace or something, or Copacabana, and it was right behind Copacabana Palace, and that one was not good. I don't know, some people said they stayed there and they really liked it. Maybe I got a really bad room, but I just felt like it was really like, it felt like you were like in, like, it was kind of in the back in a jungle, and it was like really claustrophobic. It was like really crammed, where at Aquarela de Leme, the one I stayed in Leme, it really felt like open and spacious. And then I stayed at Ipanema Hostel. I did a collaboration with them, which was amazing. That hostel's really nice, but that one is like £25 a night. so that one's a bit more expensive. And I also felt like I preferred the location of being in Copacabana, because you're kind of like 20 minutes to Centro, 10 minutes to Ipanema, you know, 10 minutes to like Christ Redeemer. Whereas when you're in Ipanema, you're a bit further away from everything. Oh my God, I cannot wait for a Brazilian summer. They're the best. And like, they're so much fun. Oh my God, I can't wait. Cartagenas, Josiel, fiestas. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so excited. I'm like in Greece and I'm getting excited for it. Okay, let me get on to the next one. So to answer that question, I stayed in hostels and I felt perfectly safe in them, although actually I did stay in a hostel. Do not stay in this one. It's called like Chit or something, and it's near Lemmy and at the end of Copacabana, and my really good 150 pounds running sneakers got stolen there. Yep. And my microphone got stolen, actually. That was a hostel in Salvador. But yeah, my really good running sneakers, oh, I was fuming. I knew I should have locked them up. I feel like in Accra de Leme, I didn't have to. All the staff that work there are expats. I felt safe there, and I also felt like my belongings were safe. I did still lock them all, but you know, sometimes you're a bit chaotic. You're leaving the hostel and you forget to lock a few things. Things were always safe there. Same at Ipanema hostel, but the other two, Copacabana Palace or something, and Chit, I'll put the names in the video. Those two, I definitely did not feel like my valuables were safe, and I don't recommend those hostels. The other hostels, great, loved them, we'll be back. Right, let's move on to the next question. Dun-dun. I love this bikini with a tan. How long did it take you to build such a strong bod? This is L_XX_12. Great question. Cheers. So I started going to the gym seriously when I was 19, 20. I started going in Whistler, Canada. Just looking for my bronzer. Oh, there it is. I do these get ready with me's and I actually forget I need to be doing like my makeup well. Like, let's just focus. So I went when I was 19, but I'd always been very athletic, like through school. I was in a sports class. I was always on sports trips. I have 3 older brothers, so I was constantly like around sport, playing sport. And I was always in sports teams in high school. I ran 100, 200 and relays track in high school, and I was really good. And I was also in the first 11 hockey team. So I was super athletic. I would have done more sports, but because we lived out on a farm, my parents didn't want to like drive me to the practices. And I also like did gymnastics. I was very, very sporty. And so I used to go to the gym to help with my sprinting. I used to do hip thrust when I was like 15. I had a problem though, like when I was in boarding school, I didn't like any of the food, and I guess I had a bit of like body like dysmorphia. I was always trying to have like a thigh gap, and I was very, very, very petite when I was in high school because I was doing like 3 hours exercise, but I wanted to like shrink myself even more. So I just wouldn't fuel my body. So I was doing hip thrust when I was like 14, 15, 16, but never anything heavy. And I had like a really good physique when I was younger, but I feel like when you're athletic and you're a young girl, body hasn't really developed into a woman yet, so it's like easier to. And then I got to Whistler, and I had just been on a ski season in Canada, another one, Big White, and I had drunk so much alcohol. Just gonna do this bronzer, and I just got in the worst shape I've ever seen myself. I've never seen myself like with like rolls and everything. I've always been so toned and tight. I'm just gonna put the bronzer here, like this, and like this, and here. And I'm using my phone because I don't actually have a mirror. And so in Vancouver actually is probably when I really started. I remember I was so good that they asked me if I wanted to be like one of the instructors for the gym classes because I was just like so athletic. So yeah, then I went to Whistler. I met my ex-boyfriend who was a bodybuilder coach, and he taught me everything I know now and like changed my whole idea of going to the gym. I always thought going to the gym, like I'd get so bulky and manly, but you literally don't have enough testosterone as a woman to get the way a man does. And so then, I started going to the gym when I was in Whistler. I was snowboarding, going to the gym, and then I just continued to go, and I loved it. And I feel like the gym was just such a big stress outlet for me. Like, it became a lot more of a mental place than even a physical. I went through some bad breakups, and sometimes when I couldn't deal with things, I would just go to the gym, which I think is a really healthy way to deal with things. Like, a lot of people go to drugs, alcohol. I go to the gym. If I'm in the best shape of my life, just ask me what's happened in my life, because something must have happened. But how long it took me to build a strong body? I would say like 5 years. It's not something you like build overnight, and especially as a woman, it's very hard to put on muscle. I do think genetically I have like good genetics, because I do seem to like put on muscle well. Like, even just coming back from South America after 5 months, and I literally didn't drink any alcohol in Australia. In 3 months, my physique I think was the best it's ever looked. I obviously have muscle memory and muscle there, but like, I thought it would take at least 6 months to even look somewhat like it was when I left. But it's almost like looking better than when I left, like for my big South America trip. So there's sometimes like less is more as well. I feel like we get so caught up on like, oh, like I need to go to the gym every day. Like, I took 6 months off and I wasn't planning to, and I almost feel like somewhat it kind of maybe did me good. I like did more running, and I got my physique more into a hybrid look. So like more leaner, but I still have muscle mass. So it took me like 5 years. I go to the gym 5 times a week. A mixture of cardio. I do prioritize weights a lot, and a mixture of like Pilates or tennis or going for runs. But the thing is, you should more fall in love with the process and the journey, because if you're just like, oh, I'm just going to get to this point, then you're just going to drop off. You need to like make it your lifestyle. Like, going to the gym is like part of my lifestyle. So that's why I will always have a strong, healthy body, because it's like something I enjoy, but also I've made it like part of my lifestyle through discipline. Okay, that's my bronzer. Might just bronze a bit more because I want to look tanned. So yeah, just bronze there and there. Next question. In December, will you live together? Where? This is from Leapy_00. Yes, in December, I'm going back to Brazil, probably just before New Year's. So I need to book my flights like after Greece, because they are gonna be so expensive from Australia. I do have $300 credit from American Airlines. I'm probably gonna fly American Airlines again because I liked that route. And I could change my flight 8 times, and it really didn't cost, I think it cost me maybe all up like 600 Australian for 8 times. So yeah, I liked flying American Airlines. I told Josiel he needs to like sort everything. So I'm the one coming back. So yeah, he's gonna try to get a place in Copacabana or Ipanema or wherever, and we're gonna live together, and there's gonna be so many videos and so many YouTubes and so many TikToks and everything, and I'm so excited. I feel like it will be like such a fun series, like a gringo and a Brazilian dating and then living in Rio. Like, I don't know how many people have done a series like that. Right, we're gonna do Charlotte Tilbury. This is the best blush. I love Charlotte Tilbury. Sponsor me, please. This is the Pinkgasm is where it's at. I also love in like Europe, when you have a tan, I feel like you can just do such light makeup and you look flawless. I even have ring tan lines. Okay, perfect. Next question. What's your favorite Brazilian food? Good question. I can answer this straight away. Farofa is so good. god, it's genius. It like gives texture to your meat. I don't know, like the meat doesn't even need it, but then you just add it and you're like, farofa is like, I don't know, it's like breadcrumbs. It's like sand on your meat, but it just gives it texture. It's just so good. And when they come around with the meat sticks on the beach, you can get like a lamb kebab, and then they like dip it in the farofa and give it to you, and you're just eating like protein on the beach. It's so good. Also, if you go to Rio, you've got to get the queijo, the cheese with the oregano, why can't I speak today? Oregano and honey on the cheese. Oh my god, it's so good. I'm lactose intolerant, I shouldn't be eating it, but I ate them, and not many, but like when I did, oh my god, they were so good. But you need to tell the vendor to like grill it well. Some of them rush it and don't like grill it. You need it like crispy. Oh, usually I do my brows first. We've got this. Oh my god, my bikini from that view looks great. So windy. I don't even know if I'm gonna get my drone up. I literally need to get up early in the morning and see if it's less windy. I'm so sad. At least I got drone shots last time I was in EOS. I can sneak them for these vlogs. Don't tell anyone. Like there literally hasn't even been one part of the holiday that I'm like, oh, it's not so windy, I can get my drone up. Like it's been like, I came last year, I got here and I flew my drone straight away because I was like, let me just like get content. And then the rest of the time I wasn't able to fly it because it was windy. So next question. How tall are you? Your body is amazing. From Vinny Mai. Thank you. I've worked very, very hard. I am 5'5", like 168 centimeters, 68 kgs, which you wouldn't actually think, but that's because I hold a lot of muscle mass. I got a scan done before I left Australia because I knew I had trained really hard at the gym, and I was 14% body fat, and I was like, what the heck? I'm not even dieting, and I'm 14%. Like I was not tracking my food or anything. And I think the muscle mass was like 58 kgs, and I was like, that's insane. And I think I always get a lot of questions of people being like, how do you go on holidays and like eat whatever you want and your body stays the same? It's like, well, first off, I'm not eating whatever I want. I am very conscious when I make my food choices that there always is protein. But yes, I don't track because I have a lot of muscle mass. So my body, I think, burns 1,500 calories a day just because I have a lot of muscle. So when you have a lot of muscle, the body has to work harder to pump the blood around your muscle, so that's burning energy. So the more muscle mass you have, more calories you burn by just doing like nothing, by just sitting, which I think a lot of people don't know. So if you didn't know that, you're welcome. Right, let's just do this Anastasia. I remember when my makeup routine used to be like powders, setting sprays. I used to have so much involved, and like ever since traveling, I don't put a lot into my makeup routines because it's just easier to have less. I'm just gonna put a little tint in these. Perfect. It's giving natural. Right, next question. Are you coming back to Australia before Brazil? Vanny May. Yes. Girl needs to make a lot of money. Not a lot, but like I need to like lock in like I did for Greece. Make a whole lot of money because obviously I'm not gonna have a job when I'm in Brazil. I'm gonna be working on content, and hopefully Blog Baddies is gonna be doing well. I also have a few clients that I might be working for their social media. So I'm hoping to have remote work, but I also want to have some money behind me because it's always smart too. You know, you don't know if you're going to go to Brazil and things aren't going to work out, or you know, you need, you know, things are more expensive than you thought, or you want to do this big trip in Brazil. So yeah, I'm just going to do highlighter. So yeah, I am going back to, I also need to spend some time with my family. I only moved back from London, like I moved back from London for 3 weeks, and then I went to South America for 6 months, and then I've come to Greece for a month, so, and then I'm going back to Brazil. So yeah, I need to go back to Australia and spend some time, see my nephew. I should go down and see my brother in Melbourne, but I think that's in October. So we'll see. So yeah, I am going back to Australia. But I'm really happy I took this trip. It's been amazing. Okay, next question. Will you take some proper Portuguese lessons to connect better with your partner? So Josiel started doing English and he is so good. So I'm obviously busy building blog baddies, I'm busy doing my content, I'm busy making money to move to Brazil. Honestly, I think I'm just going to take Portuguese lessons when I'm there and take like 3 a week or 4 a week. That way I'm immersed and I can practice. Obviously I'm practicing every day with him, but not enough, I know that. And I think my main focus now here is just to build my businesses so I can go back to Brazil and be super flexible with my job and income and everything. So that's kind of my priority. So no, but doesn't mean I'm still not trying. I just am not dedicating enough time that I know I need to. We're doing this Too Faced mascara. This is a chibi mascara and I didn't know what she meant, but I really like it because it's like, it comes off so easy, even without like eye makeup remover. Because when I was packing for this trip, oh my God, I did it like 6 hours before. Because I worked like 30 hours in 3 days at the cafe. I need to get back on my lash serum. Love. Okay, now we just need to do lips and we're like done. I want to know the story of getting fired in London footage. This is from Suha said. I don't obviously have footage of me getting, actually I do have footage of me crying, shaking. I'm not sure if I want to share the story. Maybe, I don't know, I have to think about it. Maybe we'll see. I share a bit of it in my blog Baddies Academy because obviously getting fired from my job in London was pretty much the trigger for me to start taking social media seriously because I had no money to pay my rent and I was like, what am I good at? Videos, photos, content, and that's when I started to freelance for the cafe that I worked at. I did them lots of videos for their social media, but ultimately I wanted to be an influencer. I wanted people to follow me for my life and be able to travel the world like I am now and people just be invested in me. So we're just doing Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude, the best lip liner. So I have to think like if I want to share it. Maybe in a couple more get ready with me's, I will. And then I just used this lip gloss I got in Brazil from a Boticario. I love their stuff. And that's like my daily sort of Europe Glow makeup done. I'm just gonna set it with Charlotte Tilbury, my favorite. This is probably gonna go everywhere. That was a waste. Anyway, I'm gonna show you guys the fit and let me answer the rest of the questions. Okay, so this is my makeup done. Whoa! My hair is still looking good. It's getting longer and healthier, which I'm really happy about. I just really want my hair to be like back the way it was. But I feel like that's gonna take like 5 years. Okay, let's finish the questions. Oh, this is a good one. Where do you realistically see yourself in 5 years? Settled, hopefully less traveling. I don't know, I still feel like, I feel like I wanna have a house in Australia, a house in Brazil, I don't know. I wanna definitely have like a home that I've bought and that I'm making a home. I feel like in Australia it will most likely be there and then maybe Brazil, who knows. And 5 years, what am I, 28? Hopefully have a kid, or at least one, maybe two. I don't know. 5 years, oh my God, like the next 5 years could be like so different. Because I'm like 28 now, so I'm like, I don't know, like obviously, yeah, I want to be like settled in a really nice home with 1 or 2 kids and business blooming. and working for myself, close to family, spending good time with my family, and just happy. I want to be really, really happy, and I want to be really, really content. And I feel like that's why I've done so much travel now, because I feel like traveling in your 20s is a lot different, and it's an experience you can never kind of get in any other age gap. You know, traveling in your 30s and 40s and 50s, you usually be with a partner. It's a lot different. I really want to be like traveling with a partner. I feel like being on this holiday in Greece and being in a long distance relationship, it's really different now. Like traveling solo isn't as fun. I'm like, I just want to be with Josiel, or it's like makes it really harder because obviously I'm always on my own. So people approach me and I'm like, okay, stay away. Like I'm not single, you know. But like when you're solo traveling, it's like a lot easier because you're so up to meeting new people and you want to do things, and you're, hey, let's go for this hike. You're like, yeah, let me go. So I don't know, I feel like I'm really happy I stayed single for so long, because I did get so many new experiences because I was always on my own. And I think that's really important. I feel like a lot of girls in their 20s, not that there's anything wrong with this, but I feel like kind of hold themselves back, and maybe that relationship never works out, and then they missed out on a lot of fun or opportunities or you know, memories, because I'm seeing it now because this is my first time really traveling and having a boyfriend, because I haven't had a boyfriend for 7 years, and I'm seeing how much you really have to like hold back and be like, no, you know. So yeah, I realistically see myself in my own home, making it a home, 1 or 2 kids. I kind of want like 4. Is it crazy? I don't know. I feel like it's like so expensive to bring a kid into the world. So, but obviously I dreamt about being an influencer and I made that work. So maybe, you know, manifest it. And yeah, just spending a lot of time with my family, having trips away, probably not as much as I do now because I have kids, and working out and being really healthy and happy, and living by the beach. That is a non-negotiable. We have to be living by the beach, be able to walk and go for a beach swim and get a coffee. Love my coffee. So yeah, that's realistically where I want to see myself in 5 years. And working for myself with an online business, so I do not have to be going into an office. What does your boyfriend do for work? How do you work around his schedule? I don't really know if I want to, and it's like, is your boyfriend from the favela? I'm gonna leave these questions because I feel like I want to answer them when he's with me. I feel like he doesn't have a huge social media presence, and I kind of like to respect people with that. Like my family, I don't share a lot of my family online. You know, I want to respect people's privacies, so I think I'll do the same for him. And when we're together, he'll probably want to answer because when we're together, he loves doing the videos. What brand are you on a brand trip in Greece for, and why haven't we learnt about it yet? I keep getting asked this question. I think it's because I'm not doing like super salesy videos. I've tagged them quite a fair bit. Obviously I still have to make more content for them, but I'm here with Life as a Beach Party. So they're an island hopping tour. This is actually like the Love Island villa. They have all their staff staying here. So there's bartenders, there's promo girls, and then I'm like social media girls / influencer. So I'm doing their social media for 3 weeks of just life on EOS, and then when I go on the island hopping tour, I'm promoting their tour through my audience of influencing, because I have a lot of people that follow me for travel, solo travel, you know, coming and wanting new experiences. So yeah, I feel like it's maybe I'm just not blasting. I think when people think brand trip, they think like probably what the big influencers are on, and it's like Maybelline, and they're getting all these products and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm here with Life as a Beach Party, and I did like a little interview with my one of the owners of Life as a Beach Party yesterday, and it was for my blog Baddies Academy, like a testimonial that I've been on a brand trip, and I asked them like how they found me and stuff like that, and it was really interesting to hear how they found my content of me traveling. I think it was when I was around Brazil, because we were taking these calls when I was in Colombia, and they just thought like I was very fierce and very like brave and courage, and you know, traveling around the world on my own and sort of documenting it. So that was nice. So yeah, I'm here with Life as a Beach Party, and it's been amazing. And yeah, I feel just so grateful, because a year ago I was here with my girls on my own budget, and this year I'm here with a brand. Are you able to afford to live in Brazil with only making content? This is from M. Sterry. So no, I definitely need like a remote job and or blog baddies to really be pumping. I need sort of 2 jobs. Content does pay, but it doesn't pay a full-time wage. It would be fine if I have a lot of savings, because when I went to Brazil or South America for the last 5 months, I had a lot of savings and it was pounds. So I kind of just like was living off content money and my savings. So either content and savings or content and a remote job. But Brazil is cheaper than Australia and London and, you know, Canada and the places I've lived. But I'm just a girl who likes to have a lot of money because I like to buy myself things, and I always have cameras breaking and, you know, hard drives and, you know, technology, and content's not a cheap job. Like, you always got to get cameras and new laptops and phones, and then phones are getting broken and cameras are breaking and SD cards. So yeah. So to answer that, no, but I definitely know my content will do so good in December, because I've obviously made my name for myself as a girl that went to Brazil, and now I'm sort of going back to Brazil and being with my Brazilian boyfriend. It's just like unlocked a whole nother level of content, and I'm just so excited. So yeah, so the content I know will do well there. So content does really well there, and I feel like a lot of people have gone to Brazil because of me, and so I really want to return because I love Brazil. Are you planning to get married in order to stay in Brazil? This is from Sterry. We're not that far in the relationship yet. And I don't think I would just get married just to stay somewhere. I'm like, marriage for me is like the final. Like, I don't want to be married twice. I don't think anyone does. So yeah, we've done 4.5 months long distance. If it means I have to go to Brazil, if I go to Brazil for summer and I have to come back to Australia for winter, you know, if I've spent 4 or 5 months with him there, you know, I can go back and do a bit of long distance. Obviously the end goal is to be together forever, but like not be doing this long distance. But I'm not just going to get married just to little thing, just to be able to stay, because also like I want to go back to Australia and see my family and spend time with them. So I'm not planning to be in Brazil like forever. How does the long distance work? This is from Sterry again. It's hard. I think it's definitely hard now because I'm in Greece and I'm obviously around partying, around like a lot of, you know, men and stuff like that, and it's tough. But again, if you want it to work, you'll make it work. Josiel's been learning English, and I picked up the phone yesterday and I was like, bom dia, like, tô cansada, preciso de café. And then he just like started speaking English to me, and I actually thought I was like in a dream. I was like, is this my boyfriend? Is this my gringo Brazilian boyfriend? Like, I couldn't even like, and his accent was so good. So whoever his teacher is, like, because I was like in shock. Like, I was just like, this the whole time I was like, it sounded so good. I was like, I bet you I don't sound like that when I'm speaking my Portuguese. But yeah, I guess just like that really showed me like he's really wanting to commit to me. He said, I really want to speak to my girlfriend in her native language. And I was like, yes, like that's so cute. So yeah, if you want to make it work, you make it work. I think that's all the questions. When in Rome, I actually need to go to Rome. There was a couple of times I was going to book a trip there, and then I was always in London. I was always in a city, so I always wanted to go to the beach, and I think I went to Puglia instead. I do love Italy, I can't lie. So yeah, I think that's all the questions. Okay guys, that was like a little get ready with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm really trying to like push out the content while I'm in Greece, but I'm also like trying to have a holiday at the same time. But I really enjoy doing these get ready with me's. I feel like I can connect with you guys so much more because obviously they're more up to date and my YouTube vlogs are a year behind. I'm really trying to work on that. I don't know if I'm just gonna kind of skip past some parts and just go straight to Brazil long form content. So I don't know, we'll see. But all I know is I'm consistent on YouTube because that's the platform I love the most. But I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I'll give you guys a little fit check and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. I actually think I need to accessorize, put some bangles on and a body chain. So I'll be back. These glasses I love the shape. And then I just got these body chains. Then I'm just gonna film like some fit checks and then head to the pool. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is the final fit. Okay, this is the final look. We have my hair these sunglasses, these bangles. I just put my rings on, body chain. Oh, I love this bikini, the maxi skirt, and my Chanel's. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that Get Ready With Me vlog, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.